Hello, Hollywood Times viewers. Judy Shields here. Today we welcome back Makenzie Phipps. Hi, Makenzie. How are you?
I am so good. Thank you so much for having me again, Miss Judy.
Oh, we love having you. We just love following your career. It's just an amazing thing. So I hear you have a new song coming out on Friday.
Yes, it is
You bring
called
the
You
beer
Bring
and I'll bring the
the
noise.
Beer. Yes, you took the words right out of my mouth.
So we'll let you say it too.
You Bring the Beer, I Bring the Noise is releasing on September 22nd. We are 2 days away, and I cannot wait to share it with everybody.
So let's tell us about this song.
So this song, so when I went in studio, of course, I believe we had talked about I did 6 songs, and some of them were presented to me through my producer, and others I had co-written on, or they were pitched to me through my backup singer and guitarist Shane Begley, and he actually wrote this song for me, and he wrote this song talking about just how I grew up, basically where I grew up at in a small town in Virginia, and just talking about you know, especially in the song, the first verse is I'm from a place in the mountains of Virginia that I call home. And it's basically talking about the whole entirety of the song, how I came about being the person I am today, just growing up in such a small town and, shooting for big city dreams because I am now currently in Nashville, Tennessee. I moved here in
Wow.
June. So it's
Nice.
definitely been a whirlwind of emotions, but I'm just so excited to share this with everybody and to show them, you know, what made me me, which is just being born and raised in Virginia.
So how is it being in Nashville now, coming from Virginia in the hills?
It is like night and day because you have such a small town where I was in Virginia in Bluefield, and you have one Walmart and everybody knows everybody there, and I was born and raised there my entire life, so it will always be home to me. I will There's so many aspects of it I do miss, and now that I am in Nashville, which is the place I felt the good Lord wanted me to be at, I am able to do a lot more things that I was not unfortunately able to do down in Virginia, like doing interviews like this, also doing in studio work and everything like that. So it's just definitely been a dream, and I've just been looking forward to what the good Lord has to offer.
So explain to us what it's like to get a song like this. How does that come to you?
So when Shane wrote this song, Shane is just such a insanely talented songwriter because especially since I have moved down here in Nashville, I have gotten a lot more into songwriting myself. And every songwriter I feel has a different way of how they come about writing things. And when he came about writing this song, I had just told him I think it'd be fun to write a kind of party themed song so that people could go out and have a good drinking song that they want to play while they're just hanging out with people and such. So when he wrote this song, I was just like, just envision me around the song, like, where we are in Virginia and just striving for excellence in music and just hoping to make that move to Nashville one day. So the song has kind of been a reality at this point.
Wow. Let's talk about when you did the cover of Amazing Grace. How did that kind of change your life?
Oh, so that feels like so forever ago. Like I believe when I did Amazing Grace, I was 18 years old, 18 or 19. I believe I was 18. And it was just so surreal just being that young and having a song like that resonate with so many different people around the world because at that time I was very much involved with Country Rebel, and they were such a very big support system to me and a great platform to be a part of. And I had been submitting just different covers of country songs to them, and Shane's actually the one that was like, maybe you should send them a hymn and see if people would like that because you did get started singing in church when you were younger. So I decided to do Amazing Grace as pretty much the first hymn I ever posted, I believe, on social media. And I did it because that was one of my mama's favorite songs when I was younger. So when I had done that video, of course, it had gotten a couple thousand of views. And then, like, within 2 weeks, it just blew up. And I was so grateful for that. And it was just so surreal being 18 years old and having a million plus views on a video. So I was just very touched that that song was able to impact people the way it did.
So you moving to Nashville, how'd that affect your family? Like mom and
Well,
dad and
actually, my family moved with me.
what? They
Yes.
did?
Yes, my parents moved with me to Nashville. We all packed up and hit the road.
That is so awesome.
Yes, and they've absolutely loved it here too because, my mom, she was originally born in Maryland, and when she was younger, she moved to Virginia because that's where my papa's brothers were and such. And my dad, he lived in Virginia his entire life. And so, Virginia is basically all we knew. It's all we knew of. And, when we all decided to move, we just felt like it was God telling us, this is what I want you to do. This is where I want you placed. I feel like this will make your life so much better than it already was. Because of course our life wasn't bad or anything in Virginia. There wasn't as many opportunities down there. So when we moved here, it's just been completely different. My parents, they were so used to driving to work an hour and a half one way and then an hour and a half back. And they did that for over 15 plus years.
Wow.
And now their work's like 10 minutes away.
Oh my gosh, how amazing. That's so cool that your parents got to go with you. Who's here to join us?
My cat.
Hey,
She
kitty.
always has to make an appearance.
Look at those eyes. Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, when I was talking at one point, she was behind the computer
That
watching.
one was moving. I could see your screen kind of moving.
She always has to make an appearance. But yes, Baby Raven, as people on my social media pages know her as, she made the move too. She made the move too. And she loves being a city kitty.
So do you live with your parents or you have your own place?
Yes, so I'm currently with my parents,
Good.
and I have been looking at different areas around the Nashville area to branch out at here, hopefully in the next couple of months. So they've been in a completely, I cannot thank them enough for everything that they've done for me. They've always been my biggest supporters in music since I could even sing. And just for them to move with me to make this happen, because there's no way I would have been able to have moved here without them.
Yeah.
It really means a lot to me, and I'm just so excited that we are here.
Well, they know how to believe in their daughter because you're an amazing singer.
Well, thank you.
So besides this new release, what else have you been working on? I know you're always busy.
Yes, I am always busy. So I have been in the process of working on my 2024 calendar. I'm sure all of the venues. So going back to that with the 2024 calendar, I have been doing different shows down here in the Tennessee area, but I have had a lot of individuals back home in Virginia and West Virginia and so forth reach out to me about future bookings. So I felt it was important for me to go back down to where my home is in Virginia to do some shows throughout the month. I'm trying to do a weekend or 2 weekends a month, just going back to playing in Virginia, West Virginia, Ohio, North Carolina, that kind of thing, because I have so many supporters there and so many followers, and they just love my music, and I love playing for them because they are just a great audience to play for. So I have been working on that with 2024, and it's been a process. I'm sure a lot of these venues are like, girl, you're crazy. It's literally August and you're booking for April 2024. But I've been working on that, and I have been still continuing doing songwriting, and I will be also releasing the other 3 songs that I have after You Bring the Beer releases this Friday. I'll have 3 more to release, and then after that I'll keep going in the cycle of going to the studio, recording, releasing, repeat.
Well, I know all songwriters, of course, we love that you write songs of your own and sing, but is there any kind of cover song that you really want to do?
Just like in studio to record?
Yeah, one that has been around forever that you want to, give it your own spin.
Gosh, nobody's actually ever asked me that question before.
Oops.
Yeah, no, it's a very interesting question. It makes me think, actually. If I went into studio and I recorded a song, I honestly love doing You'll Never Leave Harlan by Patti
Really?
LaBelle. I love doing that song. I think it's just so eerie, like when you first start singing it a cappella.
Yeah.
And I actually had the chance to go down to Knoxville, and a band of mine that's one of my favorite bands as well as just friend group, they're called Monroeville, and they are a bluegrass oriented band. And I say bluegrass in quotes because they don't really pigeonhole themselves into a certain genre. They do kind of a very broad spectrum of just like bluegrass, Americana, country vibe. And when I wanted to do You'll Never Leave Harlan Alive, my mom had actually been like, well, you should ask them if they'd like to do it with you because they have a mandolin and a banjo, and that's just really what you need in that song. And I was like, that's such a great idea. And I've been trying to get in contact with them just to do some things. So I actually got to go down to where they were around Knoxville and we got to record that song. And I just loved how it turned out. And yeah, that'd definitely be one I would love to record.
Oh, great. Well, hopefully we'll get that on one of your upcoming albums.
Maybe. I have been having a lot of people ask me to do a gospel album. So that may have to be in the works at some point.
Come on, light. There we go. My lights go off. Well, that's cool. Yeah, because I was wondering if you were going to do a gospel. You've got the beautiful voice for that as well.
I've had a lot of people ask me to do that, especially when I did the CCM cafe videos that I'd done within the garden and Softly and Tenderly. I had so many people, they were like, please record this and put it out there and all this stuff. So I'll definitely have to think about that in the future.
That sounds good. How about Christmas songs? What's one of your favorite Christmas songs with the holidays coming up before you know it?
I know, it's so surreal. It's like we just entered September and now we're literally at the 20th of September. Yes. I was telling my parents I'm dreading Christmas shopping because I haven't even thought a single thing about saving up to buy presents. But with Christmas songs, I think one of my favorite Christmas songs to sing would probably be White Christmas.
Oh, love that one.
I love doing that one. I think it's just a very beautiful song. And I had listened to other musicians and artists covers of it. And I love Kelly Clarkson's version. I think she does a phenomenal job with it. So I definitely like doing that one.
We'll go back down to Virginia when it's snowing and have do a video of it. Wouldn't that be awesome?
Yes, it would. And of course, people in the holidays can stream my Christmas song, Christmas Snow.
Yes.
When it comes to that time, that song, it was a work in itself because I'd never written a Christmas song ever. Never even thought of writing a Christmas song until 2911 had suggested it. They were like, maybe you should write a Christmas song. And I was like, okay. I don't know how good I'm going to be at that, but it did get nominated for a Josie Award. So I will take it.
See, there you go. I guess that's coming up next month, isn't it? The Josie Award?
Yes. I unfortunately did not submit anything this year because I had so much stuff going on with the move and trying to get things in order for my releases. So I unfortunately didn't get to do it this year, but last year's was very fun. And I was up for 3 nominations for the Christmas Song of the Year, Traditional Country Vocalist of the Year, and then a Songwriter Achievement plaque, which is for an unreleased song. And I did get a Songwriter Achievement plaque for the song I wrote about my mama. So I was very excited about that one. Out of all of the nominations I was in, that was the one I wanted to win the most.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Way to go. And so how's everyone's good in the family? They're doing good now.
Yes, especially like I said, being down here, it's just been such a positive thing because, I was even talking to my friends about in Virginia, of course I'd go out and about and stuff. And my mom, she really didn't like to go out much. She just kind of stayed inside. She liked being an introvert, as I call her. And she's like, I'm not an introvert, but she would never leave the house except to just go to work. And being down here, she actually is able to go out and do things. Like she actually likes going and shopping and going and getting lunch and stuff, and even just sitting outside. So I'm just so glad that we were able to do this move.
Cool. So let's hear about your social media. How can our viewers find you?
Yes, so I am available on all platforms. So I'm on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. All you gotta do is look at Makenzie Phipps and I should be there. And I also have my website, which is MakenziePhipps.com. And I actually just released merch. I am doing a starting trial of merch products because, we didn't know what to really expect when we were doing merch things. So we just kind of did a little test run. I have 2 kinds of shirts that people can purchase as well as 2 different kinds of hats. and I have singles of my last two singles, which were Drag and a little of both. And I'm going to be having You Bring the Beer, I'll Bring the Noise single out here shortly on the merch page. So everybody can just go to all those platforms and you'll be able to find it. And maybe you can go and rep some Makenzie Phipps merch.
Cool. And I have to tell you, you're gonna have to add a magnet. I'm a magnet collector.
Yes,
We have a
I
great
was
photo of
actually
you.
we've been looking more into like the smaller items because, you
Yeah.
know, sometimes people may not want a shirt. They may not want a hat. Maybe they just want something small. So we talked about doing like keychains or, you know, like drink koozies
Yeah.
and all that stuff. So y'all be on the lookout because we're going to be having some more stuff here in the future launching.
So cool. We look forward to that. So tell us, what is a day like for you? Get up in the morning, what time, and what is your day like in Nashville now?
Oh, so I get up around about like 9:15, 9:30, which is probably really late to some people. Because I know there's some people, I have some friends, they wake up at 6:30 and I'm like, I cannot even function. My alarm went off today at 8:45 and I just sat there and listened to it ring and I was like, I do not want to get up. I'm not the biggest morning person, but I have gotten a lot better from my teenage years since I would sleep till like 12:30 in the afternoon at that point. But I wake up at about 9:30. I'll get myself ready in the bathroom. I like wash my face and put my hair up and I'll go do a quick workout in the mornings. And that just makes me feel good. It just helps get my day started and my body moving and such because that's very important, especially in doing music because you're just always on the go all the time. So I do definitely like to go to the gym as much as I possibly can. And I come home and I make lunch. And depending on what I have going on during that day, whether I have interviews or I have shows or anything like that, I'll go about doing that kind of stuff during the day, or I'll have my media guy come over and we'll do some content for my social media pages. And a lot of days you just have a lot going on, and sometimes you don't really have like leisure time until like very late in the evening. But on my free time, I love to cook. I love to like cook and bake and do dinner and all that. So it's just you never know what's going to happen. I have to look every night before I go to bed to see what I have going on the next day.
So next thing we know, you're going to be doing cooking with Makenzie.
I have, believe it or not, that's what shocks us so much is, well, shocks my parents, is I can do, it's just all about just algorithms with social medias, is I can do a live on my Facebook of, which I will say the individuals on my Facebook page are very attentive and very supportive of basically anything I do. I could post a picture of Raven and they will just love it. And if I do a live video of me singing, people enjoy that. Or I'll do a live going to my shows and people enjoy that. But they also enjoy when I get on there and I'm just making tuna salad in my kitchen and just talking. Like that's what's so crazy because we're like, I can't believe people actually get on here and watch me just make tuna salad. But they just like to be involved in my life. And I love making them feel like they're a part of my life because, you know, I feel like that's one thing people always forget about individuals that are in the public eye, whether they're in music or acting or anything like that, is, you know, we are all still human. I mean, although I love music and music is my passion, music is not 100% everything I do in my day-to-day life. It is a very big percentage, of course, but you know, I do still enjoy cooking. I do enjoy, you know, spending time with my cat because that's just who I am. I like going out and doing different things, and I love being able to share that to show them that, you know, I am a person. Like I do stuff outside of music, and I think that's what they very much appreciate.
Yeah, we do for sure. You think about going into acting maybe?
I never really have thought about going into acting as kind of a career thing. When I was in high school, I would do the musicals that we'd have, and it broke my heart because when I graduated high school, I graduated when COVID happened. So of course my senior year was cut short, and I was the lead in my school musical that year. And then we were doing Mary Poppins, so I was going to be Mary Poppins, and it got canceled. So I was like,
darn.
It broke my heart. But the year before we had done The Little Mermaid and I was Ursula, and my parents were shocked at how much of acting I did. Like they were shocked beyond belief. But I very much enjoyed playing Ursula because, you know, especially my choir teacher who was over all of the musicals, she knew how my voice was and she knew who I was as a person. And I really don't think I would have done well playing Ariel because she has a very clear and soft tone kind of voice, whereas I have a very loud, out there
Ursula.
voice. So she was like, Ursula, you're gonna sing all these loud notes. So I did enjoy doing that. I do like acting, but singing is my forte. So
Did
I
your
enjoy.
parents record that? You?
I don't think they ever did, honestly.
Oh, you gotta
They
try to
should
find
have.
that
I don't know if they
somewhere.
did or not. I
You
have no
imagine
idea.
sharing that? That'll blow up your whole phone.
Like, I have no idea if they did or not, but they were shocked. They were like, I cannot believe you did that part so well.
So for
But that,
Halloween, you need to dress up as Ursula and sing that for us.
I'll tell you one thing, that costume I had to wear. So we actually had one of my friends, she made all of the costumes for the set.
Wow.
And she, of course, I am an octopus. I guess that's what Ursula.
Yes.
And she made me a belt with all of the tentacles.
Yeah.
And those things were weighted. So I have a belt of weighted tentacles on me. And then at one point during the play, I had to walk upstairs to
No
get on the
way.
stage. And I was like, I'm going to bust my butt getting up on the stage. But it all worked out.
Oh, cool. That's a great story. I'm also reading here that You Bring the Beer and I'll Bring the Noise was recently premiered by RFD-TV.
I'm actually doing that tomorrow.
Tomorrow it's coming out.
Tomorrow, yes, I will be
Yes.
on the set doing that, and I cannot wait. I'm very excited about that. I'm making sure that people out there are hopefully gonna love this song. And this will be my first time actually being on set, so I'm very excited to get to meet everybody and to talk with them and for everybody out there to watch me.
Where is it located at? Like the actual studios?
It's down in Nashville. It's like I don't think it's downtown Nashville. I have the address up here because I gotta go find that because I've never.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was in a different state or if it was there in Nashville. That's
No,
cool.
it
Yeah.
is in Music Square. So yeah, it's in
Nice.
Nashville.
Very cool. Well, we do appreciate you taking the time here at the Hollywood Times today, and our YouTube channel is a Hollywood Times official, and we will be putting this out there on our YouTube channel as well. Any last parting words for us, Makenzie?
No, just y'all be sure to go out there and stream my new song, You Bring the Beer, I'll Bring the Noise, when it releases September 22nd. The pre-save link is up on all of my socials if y'all would like to go get on that so that when it drops, you won't miss it. But I hope everybody out there enjoys my song, and feel free to follow me on any of those social medias that I had mentioned a couple minutes back, and maybe one day we'll meet. But as always, thank you so much, Gigi. I really appreciate you having me today.
We appreciate you taking the time. We look forward to talking to you soon about all the new stuff coming up.
Yes, I can't wait.
Thank you.